Wow, hello everyone, Ollie here, and welcome to this new video series. That's right, there's another one. There's now 3 of them, which is more than there was before. So in this one, I'm going to be showcasing underground designers, up-and-coming creators, or people that I just feel need to be pushed to the forefront and talked about in fashion. So today we have a shoemaker. I'm not going to say much more, so I'm just going to get on with the video now. Hello everyone, so today I've got a little treat for you. I'm in James Kearns' studio. Now James Kearns...
It's Kearns.
It's Kearns. Now in James Kearns' studio, he makes shoes under the name James Kearns Shoemaker. It's an S in there, isn't it? James Kearns Shoemakers.
No, just James Kearns. No, there's no S at the end of Shoemakers. But there is an S at the end of my
There's only one shoemaker, that's probably why. James Kearns Shoemaker. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to go through his current collection of shoes that he has made by hand, from scratch, and talk me through them, I suppose.
Sure, absolutely. Well, predominant leather I'm working with for the collection the collections I've been doing for the last decade has been horse leather. Horse leather in the world of materials is a bit like an oak or mahogany, so it gives you a great scope for what you can do with it and the quality of the material. I do a lot of processing with texture and treatments, water and dyeing, and all these things work best, I've found over the years working with horse material. Typical pair like this, it's made from culotta, which is the back half of the horse skin. The eyelets have been rusted before being attached, and then when the shoe is washed it emphasizes the rust. We have buffalo soling, and there's a underseam between the front and the heel.
It's not the usual construction that shoemakers would typically go for.
No.
Wow, that was a great boot, wasn't it?
We got a classic boot that I've been making for a number of years. 10-hole eyelets. We've got a horse leather again. This is now just a solid black, which is purchased in this color. I don't do any dyeing on this. It's a nice lightweight horse, perfect for summer. And I use an EVA soling for this, which again is hard wearing and lightweight.
I've got a tattoo of that shoe actually.
Yeah.
It's the same one, isn't it?
Close.
Very close. Yeah, it's a perfect mix of boot and sneaker.
But moving on to the chunkiest, probably one from this season. Crazy American bison leather. Very thick, but very soft. And with this over panel on the front with a padded tongue inside and lacing.
It's a good foreskin for this shoe.
Along those lines, potentially.
It's not a bad thing. Could even be a good thing. I mean, it depends on what your early preference of foreskin is, you know?
A bit more of a slender silhouette.
Oh,
but this again is a horse leather. It's a culotta again, but you've got a perimeter, so on the perimeter of the shell. So you have the shell of the cordovan, which is the prized piece of any horse skin.
yeah, the texture's incredible.
I can show you this in an actual skin here. So this is a piece of cordovan you would typically get, and here is the classic shell, and then this is the perimeter of that shell. Yeah, so I'd get a piece like this and then put the panels down and work out how the panels are going to look. I was using it on the vamps of both of these, so the pair is a classic Derby.
Wow.
Very solid, chunky. We've done a water treatment again, which has caused some of this deformation in the toe box. This will all be manipulated by the heat of your foot and become like a glove after a month or so of wearing. And these, we've got a beautiful buffalo sole, which has got this great texture.
Wow, they are heavy as fuck. That's
it's a solid
insane.
Yeah, anyway.
If I had these on, I would be twice the weight I am now.
So, as I was saying, I was working with horse leather. A lot of the times the upper is made, sewn together, and then it's washed. Primarily because the horse leather is generally up to 3 or 4 millimeters thick sometimes, and the only way you can actually physically last that around the shoe last is to wet it first. So this would go in the washing machine to wet it. This is a really great way to see how the shoe is going to look without finishing it. So you get an idea of the proportions, are they correct when you're prototyping, and how it's going to look as a finished product. So as I was saying about the wet leather on the last, this was washed and lasted, so it's still got the nails in.
Wow.
So that's on the last rating to be taken off and moved on to the next stage.
So going to be a sneaker?
A sneaker, hybrid, boot with a potential Vibram sole.
Possibilities are endless.
They are at this stage.
Life is what you make it.
They were meant to be finished last week, but I was too busy working on other projects.
No one else can know that. You're not on video.
We used iron eyelets as a base. Quite simply, no chemicals, just a bit of vinegar left for 6 months to dry out and rust naturally, and that's the base.
It's also the raw ingredient for crack cocaine. Wow, these are crazy.
So we can talk about those because they're quite interesting.
Reminds me of the toe cap there, reminds me a bit of the Red Cohen's dunk and a bit of bowling shoes as well. I don't know why
This
I get bowling
original design was taken from a 1960s American logger, so a logger's boot. So somebody
like
actually,
a Red Wing sort of thing.
absolutely.
Right.
So this is the original version of this. So this is the, if you like, the 1960s logger boot as it would be. They would typically have some very big spikes in the sole. And I took this pattern and did my standard sort of trademark double stitching sidewall with a trainer sole. Which has got this really nice multi-layered finish then when you put the three kind of components together.
Yeah, a bit of modernised history there.
Absolutely, yeah.
It looks very, very similar to the Red Cohen's minimal dunk from 2007. I only know this because I'm a complete nerd.
Colour's quite interesting. So this is a logwood. So this is a natural pigmentation from a bark, which you boil up with some iron filings and then you let it rest. And then you basically dye that onto the
made with log.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, logception. I would say these are my favourite pair. This is my favourite pair actually. What size are they?
41, 42. Yeah, I think you should try them on. And
so I did try them on, and they are just as incredible on foot as they are in hand. I mean, look at those textures. Look at that. It's like a real tree for your feet. The laces weren't quite long enough, so I couldn't lace them up all the way, which is how I'd want to wear them, but that's okay. I think if I get some money and I feel like it, I'll probably buy them, to be fair, because they're really fucking nice shoes, and to be honest, I deserve nice things, and so do you, so go buy a pair. I also tried on these amazing horse leather boots. They might be horse, they might be bison, can't be fucked to check, but look at those fucking textures. That's not your everyday leather, ladies and gentlemen. And look at the fit. Ooh, the stacking of that leather, the stacking of the jeans. That's what it's all about, everyone. This is sex. I do not understand what sex is, please tell me. Also, I tried on the foreskin boots. I wasn't given a name for them. Foreskin sneakers. The circumcision 12s. Anyway, they're very comfortable, nice and soft. I like these ones a lot too. And his website is live now, so you can go and check them out and buy a pair for yourself. Wow, so that was James Kearns, everyone. Round of applause to James Kearns. Woo. Yeah, absolutely incredibly talented man. His shoes are... Oof. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. There'll be more videos like this or in a similar format. I've got a couple brands I need to talk about to you guys that I'm very excited to share. So stick around, subscribe, and come back next time. Goodbye.